So um, it just varies from project to project. This one was already in there. I mean, literally, when I went and designed the fins the first time, um, yeah, it took me like, oh yeah, this I know exactly what I want. 5 minutes. If it's a fairly complex type of a pattern, it might take me half a day. Like, I have to build her arm, her the armor for her arm, and it might, I might spend half a day on building all the armor pieces on it. No, it's all on computer. I do it all on Adobe Illustrator, and so a lot of times I start on paper just to sketch it out, kind of, so I think I know what I'm going to do. And I'll do like measurements, and I get all the measurements down and everything. In fact, a lot of times what I'll do is I will photograph my whatever I'm doing. So like a chest piece, arm piece, whatever it is, I'll put like my arm, and I'll put a ruler by it, and then I transfer that into the computer so I know exactly what the shape and the sizes needs to be on there. There's a fin. Look at that. Got a cute little fin on there. Got one on. Let's put a little one up in front too. And then so it goes by stages. So it might start off on paper, but then it's going to go quickly to the computer. And then the next step after it goes to the computer, it'll get cut out on paper. And then I do make sure that it fits equally on the paper. And then I'll go probably to some cheap foam, and just to start playing around, making sure that it's going to work. Everything's going to work. So like right now, I've got a customer that I'm making a helmet for. There, how's that look? Okay, so the tricky part is getting these guys exactly in thirds. So it's like, how do you get it exactly in thirds? Well, no, that's not thirds. There we go. That's better. I'm totally eyeballing it. One right there. So this one goes up on top, and then go over here, and that one's down there, and that one's on top. Okay, so that should work. A cool little trick, if you want to know how to get things in thirds, is I I'll put 3 points on it, and then rotate it a third to make sure that these are at the same spot, and this one's on top, and then rotate it a third, and then make sure that's on top, and you keep going around. How do you scale it up? Well, they're all made to scale. I don't make like small versions and blow them up. They're actually made in Illustrator the size I want them to be. And so it's not like a miniature version and then a full scale version. They're all made full scale version to start with. So I don't have to scale them up at all. They're all what it should be. I do, in order to sometimes if something's not fitting, I can scale it up on the laser, and you can do that by any percentages, 10%, 20%, 1%, whatever. You can make it go up and down on the laser, and so it'll fit really, really well. And then there's always little finesses that you can make along the way too. Even after it's get laser cut out and put it together, you go, oh, that's not perfect right there. I need to make that a little bigger on this spot, or a little smaller. And sometimes those go back into the design. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's literally a one-off, and I'm like, I am not going to waste my time on trying to do that again. So I'm just eyeballing these top ones to match the bottoms. So what I do is I take the little piece and put glue on it and then stick it down, and it kind of acts like a little stamp. So I know where the little, I don't have to use a brush or anything to put the foam on. Okay, so here we go. Pretty good. Okay, now we have 2 of them on. Let's put the third one on.